makes more sense from a Maya point of view.
Sure.
There is some evidence, that there may be some classic era Maya that did think in terms of a 6th, 7th, 8th sun, going all the way to a 20th sun. But the majority, just like we have now a variety of ways of thinking, the majority of the people in the classic era did think just in terms of periods of 5 suns. So we're going to adjust ourselves to that. Yes?
You talked about the shamans being artists.
Yes.
Where do you see, well, in your opinion, or what information do you have, the role of artists now as we approach this 2012?
It's kind of like a self-answered question. Every artist in this era should become a shaman in his or her own way. Every artist should be at the forefront of a movement to take back reality, which has been warped and subjugated by the priests of the new order, the priests of the virus. Artists should make it their business to work for a sustainable way of life. And many are. I'm an artist, and I know that most artists right now are very keenly aware, because it's the way that we think, okay, are very keenly aware of the problems that we have ahead of us. But this thing is not going to solve itself, and that it's our responsibility to make it easier for others who don't have the kind of talent that we have, to put this talent at their disposal and be involved in that. I'm going to give you an example of what I'm talking about. I talked very briefly about harmonic convergence. That's a bad way of putting it. Who's old enough to remember? I should say, nobody's going to raise their hand. Who remembers 1986 harmonic convergence? Good. Harmonic convergence was an exciting time. It was the first time that many of us really became aware about the meaning behind the Mayan calendar, what the Mayan calendar means to us. I and Spider, my sister, she's not back there right now, but she's Glenn's life soulmate. Okay, we're living in Pittsburgh at the time, and we were leaders in an organization called the Canadian Indigenous Spiritual Circle, which is the organization that I lead. And we organized a gathering. About 200 people came up to the hilltop side of the Council of Three Rivers American Indian Center in Pittsburgh. And we gathered there to do pretty much the same thing that many other people were doing all over the world during harmonic convergence, to pray, a lot of people were humming. They were humming in harmony, making this wonderful music, to do shamanic spiritual ceremonies, to have sweat lodge, and to light the big fire, to dance around the bonfire. And we did all that. But we also invited a number of organizations to come and set up information booths. The Pittsburgh Food Bank, the Hunger Action Coalition, what was at that time called the Rainforest Action Coalition, which is now called the Rainforest Action Network. Okay? These people had a place there too. I got on the phone and I connected up with these people. Because this is not just about getting together and humming. This is about taking an active role in repossessing, reactivating our commitment to Mother Earth. And it's about ending hunger. It's about saving the rainforest. It's about environmental thinking. It's about sustainable thinking. So all these organizations had their table. Not a lot of people during harmonic convergence did that. It was all about gathering and humming. And that's fine. The meditation was powerful. It was what it was. But that was also part of it. To have these booths there, these people with their books, their handouts, their bumper stickers, so that when the folks left the Indian Center that day, they left more conscious of what can be done on a physical level to reawaken our relationship with Mother Earth on a very practical level. That's what artists should be about, in my opinion. Who am I? I mean, I'm just an artist. Yes. Anyway. Yes.
Yeah. I would like to say that Joanne has the 2012 books of John Major Jenkins out there. Did you bring your books?
Yes, I did.
Do you have a book?
Yes.
Miguel has books for sale, and they're wonderful. And the codex, would you please talk about that? And this is what we set up. We set up that people can order books, and you can all go through the store.
Oh,
So that
awesome.
all you have to do is send them
Thank you,
here,
Joanne.
and Joanne will take care of it. So if you'd like to order a book, I have all the information here, and I'll be back here.
I will pass this
And
book around.
You can come and talk to me, and
This
we'll
is-
set you up.
What I just did, only way more detailed, because it's just impossible to squeeze everything in the period of time that I have. And you can sit there, you can look at it, all the little boxes are there, everything's there, everything's there, okay? The galaxy, you can see the galaxy lined up and everything. And there's some facts there and some information that I just didn't have the time to share with you that I may
Can
have
you share
forgotten.
the price too, and
Yes.
the codex and the price?
This book is a fully illustrated, self-published book. It is $25, but I mean, we put Antonio and I put a lot of work into that thing. And it's a lot of work to publish it, ourselves. And we really aren't making that much out of it. Because when you're done with all the copying and the collating and all that stuff, it's a lot of money. All right, this is something else.
That's pretty cool.
Remember the tunes I talked to you about? The tune is a period of 360 days. This is this tune, our tune that we're living in right this minute, okay? It happened to begin, and this is like incredible coincidence. The tunes now, that doesn't happen all the time. The tunes now are perfectly aligned with the Gregorian calendar. In other words, each tune starts in January. Okay, that's not gonna stay, because remember, tunes are only 360 days long. Okay, they're 5 days short, so eventually they're gonna go out of sync. But right now, they're in sync. In sync. Right now, they're in sync with the Gregorian calendar, so it was very convenient for me to start this in January and end it in January. January of 2006, 2010, and ending in January of 2011. So what is this thing? It is a codex. The ancient Mayas, this is the way they wrote their books. They wrote it on this stuff here. It's called amate. It's bark. They take the tree bark, they mash it up, they really do strange stuff to it that I don't understand. They do chemistry on it. They're technologists, okay? They mash it up, they do all this stuff, and they come up with this bark. The cover is made of authentic, handmade amate paper. The inside is made out of regular paper, and it is illustrated by hand by Antonio.